Better late than never. We are here for Navajo Sterling versus Hidalgo Bellato. And these boys are banging it out to end round one with Bellato up against the cage. I could have started it at the earlier fight with Malarkey, but it is what it is at this point. So yeah, we got Mr. Streamer, Navajo Sterling. If you're not familiar, he's doing live streams all the time. Daily live streams. Big boy. End of round one. I'm pulling up the fight card to look at some of the results. Round two starting. Damn, Cam knocked out Petrosky. I need to check that out. Malarkey won a unanimous decision. Bedoya goes 0-4. Let's tap in on this round two, though. So Hidalgo's got Navajo up against the cage. Damn, Sterling gets off the cage and he starts throwing. All right, Sterling got a takedown here. About a minute and a half to round two. Navajo doing his thing. Working the ground and pound. Navajo basically just kicking it in Bellato's guard right now. starting to work some ground and pound now. Sterling kind of walks up to his feet. Back down to his knees, though. Back to their feet. Navajo got Bellato up against the cage. Sterling throws big. But Bellato's walking him down. Not landing much, but he's walking him down. Eating shots. Literally just eating shots. He may be walking down Navajo, but he's okay. He just landed a big right cross, followed by a left hook. Just goes right cross, left hook, right on Navajo's chin. Navajo is tired a bit. He's winning this round, but Bellato goes left hook to the body, left hook to the head. Navajo misses a spinning back elbow, and then Bellato clinches him up and takes him down to end the round. And end the fight, I hear. Wait, should be one more round, right? Yeah, one more round. I feel like I only said that because the commentary is saying that. I feel like Dominick Reyes thought the fight was over. I'm also listening to it while talking, so maybe I heard him wrong. He was saying something about the third round, though. End of round 2, going to round 3. Navajo won that round, but he's a bit tired. So let's see what's going to happen here. Round 3 starting. Look out for Navajo's gas tank. Bellato's going to be looking to press now. It's a whole new fight than it was the first half of that second round. Yeah, so Navajo's just kind of pumping out his offense while Bellato's backing him down. Bellato's basically landed a left hook so far, a right overhook, and that's about it this round. 40 seconds in. Bellato in on a single leg, fails it. Back to striking. Nice leg kick from Bellato. Yeah, Paul Craig said that was a calf kick. Ooh, they're both exchanging. I think headbutts landed. They both landed, but Bellato landed a nice left hook. Another calf kick from Bellato. Navajo's got to be careful not to get caught, but he can also show his toughness and his mettle here. This is a great fight for both guys, actually. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't watch round 1 fully, but if I'm not mistaken, Navajo probably won round 1. Nice body shot from Navajo. Can't seem to hurt Bellato, though, at all. They're clinched up against the cage. Okay, they're back in the center. Navajo continues to back up, but fires off offense. They exchange jabs. Navajo stifles Bellato with a nice calf kick, only for a second, though. Bellato counters with a nasty left hook to the body. Shoots in on a takedown attempt. Bellato working on a double here up against the cage. Doesn't get it. Navajo turns him. Bellato turns him back. Bellato in on another takedown attempt on the cage here. Bellato taking the back now. And he drags him to the ground. Navajo on his knees fighting up. But Bellato working on a rear naked choke attempt, it looks like. Got one hook in. He's got a hook in, and he's got his leg triangled behind his other leg, so never really seen that before. But back to their feet. Bellato clinching, Sterling on the cage here. I would say Bellato is having a lot of success in this round. Bellato's winning the round so far, I would say. Very close round, though. But the grappling and the control, they're both exchanging shots. You know, leg kicks and shit like that. It's a good round. Nice left hook to the body from Bellato. Nice jab from Bellato. Nice calf kick from Bellato, but at the same time, Sterling lands a jab. Now they're just walking back to the cage. Bellato lands a nasty knee to the body. Sterling back up against the cage here. 50 seconds left in the round. Navajo lands a spinning back fist. Bellato tries to throw one too. 19-19, 13-13 for strikes in the rounds 2 and 3. So Sterling definitely round one. Looks like Sterling won the fight. Ooh, nasty right overhand right from Sterling. Nasty overhand right by Sterling. Double body shots by Sterling. Ooh, nasty right hand again by Sterling. Double jab right hand. Ooh, then Bellato kind of rocked Sterling, it appeared a little bit. Yeah, they're unloading to end it. Body kicks, spinning kicks. Hopefully respect from both guys. That was a good fight. Bellato redeems himself against a stud. Bellato, he's got potential. He's got a future to him. Bellato not as bad as he made himself out to be in that last fight. Sterling should win that. That's some bullshit. Congrats to Sterling. That was a bit of a hometown cooking, though. 30-27 times 2 and a 29-28. 29-28 is rightful scorecard. They're showing respect to each other. 2 30-27s is ridiculous. We don't need that hometown cooking, bro. Come on, man. 30-27 is a bit crazy. Sterling called out Ibo Aslan. We got the boys at UFC Perth, Izzy, Dan Hooker, and Kai Kara. Shout out KJ Wiley from Nito Boxing. Improves to 2-0. Just got a win earlier today. I believe it was a decision. But he showed great skill, great composure, great punching power, shot selection. Looked real good. I'm watching the highlights right now. Congrats to KJ. They got a lot of guys. They got Asa Stevens, they got Dallas, Kaleopu, and those are the pros right now, I believe. They got more coming up, the whole stable of guys, so look out for them. Okay, so Tom Nolan versus Charlie Campbell is. So now we're on to some pretty good fights here. Let me break some of this down a little bit. So Tom Nolan, Charlie Campbell, solid fight. It's a solid fight. I want to pull the tab up over here. Looking forward to these fights right here. Charlie Campbell 2-0, American in the UFC 2-0. Tom Nolan 3-1, Australian. So let's see what they do. Tom Nolan, I believe, coming off a win over Slavaklaus. Yeah, in his last one in February. So he's back. He did lose to Nicholas Moda though, by a right cross to ground strikes in round 1 in his debut. He's gone 3-0 since then. Okay. Charlie Campbell beat Trevor Peek and Alex Reyes. So they got 2 wins in common with Alex Reyes. Then you got Jake Matthews, Neil Magny. I mean, ideally, Jake Matthews gets the win and starts moving up in the rankings at welterweight. It's time. He's 31 years old. He's been at it for a minute. 15-7 in the UFC. He's on a 3-fight win streak. Got a win over Phil Rowe, Chidi Njokuani, Andre Fiallo. So, Jake Matthews, the real deal. He's been the real deal for a minute. He's got wins over Li Jingliang. He's fought guys like Sean Brady. But I think the UFC is building him back up right now. So that's why he's kind of on this little resurgence he's been on. But yeah, Phil Rowe, Francisco Prado, Chidi, now Neil. Get this young man in the rankings with the win here tonight. Neil Magny, if he gets the win, this is standard protocol for him. He won't be surprised. Winningest welterweight in UFC history. You know the deal with Neil Magny. Unfortunately, he always gets this where we're talking up the other guy and what's next for them with the win. But take it as a compliment, Neil. It just means that, they're certified if they beat a guy like you. Okay, Ramon Tavares, Jack Jenkins. This might be like that build-up for Ramon Tavares type fight, Jack Jenkins is 3-2 in the UFC. Ramon is 1-1. 31 years old, Jack Jenkins, coming off a loss to Gabriel Santos. Also lost to Chepe Mariscal, but he's got wins over Herbert Burns, Jamal Emmers, and Don Shanis. Ramon Tavares is a guy, Dana's high on him. Couple fights on Contender Series. He got knocked out in one of his fights. Dana didn't agree. He came back, won that one by first round knockout. In his UFC debut, he got a rematch, run it back with the guy who Dana didn't believe knocked him out on the first fight of Contender Series. He won that via split decision. Coming off a loss to Davey Grant, a veteran in the game. Nothing to hang your hat on there. In December. So it's been about 9 months since his last fight, a little bit more. And Jack Jenkins, something a little bit more his speed, I feel. Should be a good fight, honestly. I want to see how people are viewing this one. Oh, 91% of people got Jenkins. Okay, so I might not be tapped in on Jenkins. I might not be tapped in on Jenkins like that. So let's see. Jimmy Crew, he was the next big thing for Australia at one point in time. It's okay. Ivan Urslan was apparently supposed to fight Navajo. Oh, he lost. Ebo? I thought this is the guy who Navajo called out. Is it Ebo? Oh yeah, Ebo. Ebo Aslan versus and Ivan Urslan. How similar. Okay. That fight's whatever. We'll see. Maybe I'm going to get tapped in on this one too. Then Ulberg versus Reyes, you know the deal. Reyes, the man who everybody a lot of people claim beat John Jones. Ulberg, Izzy's training partner, best looking guy in the UFC, massive win streak. You know, hometown boy. Great fight right here. Dominick's on a career resurgence. Ulberg's looking for a title shot with a win. So is Reyes, but Ulberg hasn't really had the downs, Reyes has had. So Ulberg, all success so far in the UFC except for his debut. And that's how it's going to go. If it goes to decision, you might want to just put your money on Ulberg because it's in Australia. But let's see. We're waiting on this next fight to start. Yo, what up, Soda Pop? What's poppin', my brother? Give me 1 second. I'm going to be right back. We could talk about Sterling. That Sterling guy, mediocre AF. That was not the best performance by Sterling. Either Bellato, because Bellato had that performance against Paul Craig, right? So it's like, we've seen how Paul Craig's career played out. Bellato fake nut shotted his way out of that fight. So, I feel you. I feel you. Navajo gotta work on some two things: conditioning and I think punching power. But he looked good. He looked good. I don't think he's lacking too much technique or anything like that. Like, he looks good. Pretty striker, you know what I mean? Just needs a better gas tank, a little bit more power to the shots. Still undefeated, 8-0. Tom Nolan versus Charlie Campbell. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I think he was uncomfortable. Yeah, Bellato was walking him down. Bellato was walking his ass down. Bellato kind of redeemed himself in my book. Like, let's see where they both go from here. You just got to keep this fight in mind. This could be a telling fight. That they suck. That's what's crazy. This could be a telling fight that they suck, or it could be like these guys are really good. It's one or the other. We got to see their next few fights play out. But if they continue to go on big winning streaks, let's see what happens. Bellato can get a good KO. He finally got his first official loss, though, in the UFC. He's 1-1-1-1. He's the first person probably in history to go 1-1-1-1 in his first 4. He's even 1-1 on Contender Series, this guy. Bellato's good, though. I'm looking at his record right now. 4-0 in LFA. Three finishes in LFA. 1 unanimous decision. 3 first-round finishes in LFA. Knockout on Contender. Knockout in UFC debut. Draw with Jimmy Crew. Okay. Yeah, man. Bellato's Bad day in the office against Paul Craig, no doubt. But Bellato, let's see where Bellato and Sterling go from here. 30-27 times 2 is crazy, though. Campbell from New York, he better win this. New York's own. Shout out Wonder Boy. Shout out Wonder Boy. Oh, Tom Nolan got a little, what's that one movie, 101 Dalmatians? That lady? She got half her hair dyed a different color. Shout out Red De La Cruz. Charlie Campbell got a little stripe in his hair. Tom Nolan opening up with a lot of strikes early. He's the bigger man, it looks like. Charlie staying locked in, leg kicks and shit. Inside. And to the body. Nice body shot from Campbell. Nasty. Campbell just dropped Tom Nolan with a nasty left hook. Oh, Campbell's looking good. You know, Tom Nolan was looking good too, but Campbell's looking real good. What up, JJ? I'll read your comment in a second. But we got Tom Nolan pulling guard and shit, and Charlie Campbell standing his ass up twice now. Ooh, Tom Nolan. So Tom Nolan back in it. He lands a jab. He lands a jump knee. Looks like it hit the neck or chest or somewhat of the head of Tom Nolan. Leg kick from Nolan. Head kick. Oh, sorry. Head kick or leg kick from Campbell. What team is Campbell from? He looks good. So he trains with Joe Schilling. Ooh. Nolan with a 2-3. Lands. Jab from Nolan. Nolan's recovered and looking good. Leg kick from Campbell. Leg kick return from Nolan. They're exchanging. Nolan just landed like 4 shots. Or I'm sorry, Campbell landed like 4 shots. Ooh, spinning back kick from Nolan, and that rocked Campbell. I don't care what anyone says. But Campbell's still fighting. Rocking Nolan. Nolan clinches up, throws another knee to the body. Campbell punched through the pain there. That was crazy. So Campbell's got Nolan clinched up against the cage here. Nolan looking to turn him. He does. Now Campbell looking to get out of this. But Nolan got an over-under hook. Nolan lands another knee to the body. And Campbell's swinging. Ooh, nice deep from Nolan. Campbell pressing Nolan up against the cage. Nolan fighting back for some space now. Jab from Nolan. So Campbell's punching in between Nolan and catching him big time. But Nolan is opening up these exchanges, and he's catching Campbell every time by opening up these exchanges. But then Campbell gets him back. You know what I mean? Now Nolan got Campbell up against the cage, just firing off right hands. Nolan takes down Campbell, gets a hook in, goes for a rear naked choke. Looks like he might be under the chin, a little bit high. Let's see. Nolan going for this choke, though. Nolan going for this choke. Oh, and he got the tap. Nolan got the tap. Congrats to Tom Nolan. Don't want to take away from Tom Nolan's win at all whatsoever, and I'm not, but I'm just saying kind of, Campbell's got to look back and see, was that a mistake not following up with some ground and pound when he had dropped Tom Nolan at the first start of this round? You know? What were you saying about my chin? So Tom Nolan goes up to Joe Schilling and goes, "What'd you say about my chin?" All right, give me 1 second. Congrats to Tom Nolan. Okay, so I mean, I missed some of that. Should I rewind it for myself? Let me rewind some of it. What up, Perry? Let's start this off with a Campbell decision with the plus 550. You don't have a BJ Penn wig on. What the fuck, lol. Oh my god, I need to get myself a BJ Penn wig. Bro, I need a BJ Penn wig. That's such a great idea, JJ. We're going to work on that. We're working on a BJ Penn wig. Sit one down. Okay, Jake Matthew KO plus 350. Feel bad for Campbell. Yeah, but it's name of the game. Campbell seems like he'll be all right. He seems like a fighter. I think he's one of those guys who has like funny post-fight interviews. So he'll be all right. I don't know Campbell that well, but I'm just going to say he'll take this loss just fine. Tom Nolan, he's getting it done against these Americans, man. Congrats to Tom Nolan, you fucking junkyard dog, you. Good shit. I'm seeing Campbell now. I'm seeing him now kind of like bummed. Joe Schilling said that Tom Nolan don't got a chin. I like Joe Schilling. But, you know, you can't be talking, you know. He did drop him, though. He did drop him. I'm still watching it, just rewinded it a little bit. See, Charlie Campbell, he was a decent sport. He's talking to him. He's just bummed. Apologizing to his fans. He's alright. He'll be back. Clapping. You know, good shit, both men. Look, Campbell daps him up after. Good shit. All respect. No disrespect even with Joe Schilling. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. I love this shit. You know what I mean? I love guys like this. Both guys, honestly. Tom Nolan doesn't seem like he really has an Australian accent, but I mean he clearly does. It's just like I don't know. He kind of looks like an American. Is it just me? This should be a freebie unless it's a cursed card. Yeah, we're going Jake Matthews, right? Yeah, he does. He's like a dirty like he goes for this look. This is his look. That's why I called him a dirty junkyard dog. That was actually what was going through my mind. Soda Pop is what you just said. Not hobo. I think more like hillbilly. All good though. All good. No disrespect. Okay, let's go back to current now. We can go back to live. Of course, we go back to live and it's a commercial break. I mean, why don't they even just sell enough commercials to stop showing us that stupid ass, green screen or whatever it is? We got Ulberg and Reyes walking in. We got a great stream coming up too. I got a lot of topics we got to touch on. Moneyberg today threatening a lawsuit against Sean Strickland. We still haven't reacted, on this channel at least, to the newly released run-in with Pereira and Ankalaev. I figure this will be great for tomorrow. Sunday stream, for fight week and shit like that. I think it's good timing. Let's see what else we got on here. Oh yeah. Tank's little, Tank just gave about 10 headlines on Twitter yesterday. His beef with Shakur, retiring after the Jake Paul fight, why he took the Jake Paul fight, dissing a fan's dead homie. Crazy work, Tank. Crazy work. David Benavidez. Fans think David Benavidez is back on the blow. So I just want to get your guys' reaction on that. I'm pulling up some of my other stuff right now. Tank tweaking. What up, bro? What up, Jew? What up, Jew? Yeah, more stuff on Tank. Oh shit! I'm on X right now. I love when I don't go on X for a hot minute and my feed is just like all fucking bangers. Boxing fans are getting so pissed off. This is a great tweet, low key. It says Tank, Tio, Devin, Shakur, and Ryan should have all fought each other at least once by now. So far, we've only had Tank versus Ryan, Devin versus Ryan. So shout out to Ryan. I see so many people talking shit on Ryan. He's the only one who takes these fucking fights, bro. Honestly. Ryan goes, everybody needs to shut up and fight. I'm 1-1 against the top. Tank isn't a part of this. He's officially checked out, and that's okay. His decision and his right as a fighter. I do agree it's Tank's decision. I'm not hating too much on Jake fighting Tank. Because of how the game is played a little bit. We've been talking about it, but, If Tank didn't fight Jake, he's also getting shit talked on him. Because people are going to say he's not a star, he doesn't sell, because his opponents don't really have box office value. Only Ryan has box office value. Devin does too. But, Devin wouldn't be Tank's next opponent. Shakur does not have box office value. And neither does Lamont Roach. Those were going to be who, Tank would fight. He also would make less money to fight them over a fucking Jake Paul. Also, based off of Devin Haney's last fight, why would you fight Devin Haney if you're Tank? That was atrocious. Tank got a fight coming up. Sorry, Haney got a fight coming up, though. Calvin Ford, Tank's coach, issued a statement, I guess. Popped up on my Twitter just now. Oh, so Calvin released a new statement regarding the larger gloves that will be used in Gervonta fight against Jake Paul. Hi everyone, so Coach Calvin's serious as a motherfucker. He's letting everyone know he's keeping it a buck, keeping it real serious about this glove situation. So tap in real quick while Jake Matthews walks out. Coach Calvin Ford goes, "Hi everyone, this is Coach Calvin. I want to retract from some of my previous statements and share a clearer perspective. First and foremost, Tank safety is my top priority. He's the one stepping into the ring, and I'm committed to protecting him while also supporting his performance. From our conversations, I understand Tank's viewpoints on glove size. He expressed a preference for larger gloves, and I respect that. I've learned that the team reached a mutual agreement on the gloves, and I recognize the importance of balancing safety, performance, and fairness for both fighters. I want to emphasize that this is an exhibition bout, and my goal is to evaluate the fight from every angle, with Tank's best interests at heart. Tank is grown and capable of making his own career decisions, and I support him as both a coach and a dad. As a coach who believes in discipline and preparation, I'll continue to prioritize Tank's safety and get him ready. When the night comes, there won't be an A side or B side, but God's side. There will be two competitors giving their best, and the best fighter will win. Thank y'all for understanding my support and for supporting Tank. See you on November 14th in Miami. Always remember, boys, when the night comes, there won't be an A side or a B side. There's only God's side. So, Coach Cal, okay, so it looks like Jake was right. Tank asked for the 12-ounce gloves. Apparently, Jake wasn't lying when he said he wanted 10. For Tank, I guess it comes down to safety or something like that. So, Tank and Jake won't be fighting in 10s. It won't be 10s and 8s. It's going to be 12s, both of them. And, like, you know, dude, Tank's been sparring in 12s his whole life. He's not tripping, bro. He's not fucking tripping. All right, so we got Neil Magny getting announced. Real quick, I just want to say, Tank, of all people, you know, he's just like an insane athlete. Like, of all people who can do a real fight, so to speak, in 12s, when you fight in 8s, it's Tank. I think it's a fair ask from Tank. I'm surprised Tank wants the 12. Seems like Coach Calvin was surprised Tank wants the 12 too, but he respects it. Tank tweaking. Ryan Loki is a draw despite wins or losses. 100%. 100%. And he's got 2 losses to Rolly and to Tank. Fair ask from Tank with size difference considered. You know, Ryan also fought Rolly. So Ryan's done 3. Ryan versus Rolly. You know, Ryan versus Haney. And Ryan versus Tank. That's 3 in my book. I count Rolly, bro. I count Rolly. Fight starting. Neil on that back foot, popping out the jab. Jake walking him down, looking like a traditional boxer. But Neil, you know, smart with that jab. You see the Brazil card they showed? I need to look at it, Soda Pop. My fellow Spaniard Joel Alvarez has officially moved up to Bucks division. Finally. Finally. Alvarez is a big-ass lightweight. I would have thought he would have moved up like a fight or 2 ago, but hey, about time. Joel Alvarez is a beast now. Ooh. Jake Matthews, I think, landed a pretty nasty right hand on Neil. And now Neil just grabbed his hand. And he's not letting go of it. He's like pulling him into clinching him on the cage. That was weird. Another right hand lands from Matthews. Neil looking a little bit slow on the defense. Neil lands a nice right hand. Matthews composed. Leg kick from Matthews. Neil's got a frustrating style because he's trying to he's standing right there in front of Jake, but he's wanting Jake to throw first. And then when Jake doesn't throw first, Neil just pops out that jab, you know, and he could win the fight that way. I think he would prefer to almost win the fight though by countering Jake when Jake enters. My thing is, I think Neil might be too slow to play that counter game. Interesting though, it's real interesting. Neil stands at a range to where once Jake starts to go, Neil's just going to pop him real quick and stifle him in his steps. See, but he's too slow. Right there proved it. It's better when Neil leads. It's a mistake for Neil to keep doing this and back up against the cage and try to counter. Jake Matthews should go and realize that there's a big speed and reaction difference here. And if he doesn't, I think his coaches should. Neil's good at leading, but Neil's not good at countering right now. Jab from Neil. Yeah, the blitz from Neil works. So yeah, as soon as Matthews just started striking, Neil clinched up with him immediately, turned him up against the cage. Now Neil Magny is just, doing his thing, being gritty up against the cage. So yeah, Neil just got a takedown on Jake Matthews. He could pretty much go in full side control of Matthews or mount him. Or do that leg lace like Khabib does. See, that there he's in side control. Matthews threatening with his neck there. Nolan King with a weird ass tweet about pride and shit. Damn, Jake Matthews just got a mounted guillotine on Neil Magny. Can he finish it? Can he finish it? 10 seconds left in the round. Four, three, two. No, they shouldn't go with that. No. No. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no, the fight ain't off yet. That was insane. The ref just called off the fight real quick, and then Neil Magny said, I'm not out, and then he let the fight continue. Who won that round? Tough round to score. I'll go Jake Matthews. Not that tough to score. I'll go Jake Matthews. Start around 2 here. Neil Magny pumping the jab. Ooh, big power jab from Jake Matthews. Knocked Neil up against the cage. Body shot from Matthews. Neil shoots it on a takedown. Jake Matthews goes front headlock, and Neil just puts himself on the ground, basically just drops to his knees. Now Jake going hooks, working a rear naked here. He's got Neil's back. Neil Magny is a tough fight for anyone. Jimmy Crute still working on this rear naked choke. Jake Matthews going for a mounted triangle now, and he's gonna get this shit, or he's gonna knock out Neil Magny with the TKO. But Jake Matthews got the mounted triangle locked in, and I don't think he wants to roll to his back. I think he wants to finish this from up top. He might even go armbar now, or he might go TKO finish. So Neil Magny got himself out of it. Jake Matthews now in half guard. One minute 40 left in the round. Jake Matthews in Neil Magny's half guard. So far, he got a back take. And then he also had a mounted triangle attempt. Landing ground and pound and all that shit. So, dominant round for Jake Matthews so far, I would say. Dominant round. Neil doesn't have much for him here, I'm going to be honest with you. Neil's like literally going for a lockdown in half guard here, which makes no sense. Neil's trapping himself in half guard right now for whatever reason. There's 42 seconds left in the round, so whatever Neil wants to do, I guess. JJ needs a knockout from Jake. I bet you JJ was going crazy when Jake was in that mounted triangle. Still in the half guard here. Round's over. 2-0 Jake Matthews. There's argument for potentially a 10-8 in that round. Dominant from Jake Matthews. You guys want to know who my favorite fighter of all time is? Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Money Mayweather. Just putting that out there. That's my favorite fighter of all time. And I see a lot of his old video clips resurfacing now. Can't believe people weren't put on back in the day. But I just saw a clip. They're like, Floyd was really talking like this in 2010. Yeah, bro. Yeah. If you're a fighter today, you should model your career like Floyd. He's got the blueprint for everybody. Ain't nobody ever done it better. Nobody won, more fights being undefeated. Nobody sold more tickets, Okay, we're in round 3. Jake Matthews goes ahead and pulls Gilly on Neil Magny. I imagine Neil Magny is going to find a way to turn to his back here. Yep, Jake Matthews just turned him. And they're back to their feet. Matthews turned Neil with that Gilly, though. He's really kind of ragdolling Jake Matthews. Or sorry, Neil Magny. Neil Magny got Jake up against the cage, working dirty boxing in the clinch. Now he's got Jake, maybe seems to be a little bit stunned. Jake's runs up against another side of the cage here. And Neil's working this front headlock, this clinch to dirty boxing type thing. He's working like a weird, that was like a Darce lock he had for a second. He used it to snap him down. That wasn't even like a front headlock. Jake Matthews looking bad right now. Neil Magny has Jake Matthews essentially mounted. He's mounted. Jake Matthews trying to fight up to his feet. Matthews turns to his knees. Gets Magny to release the mount. Matthews stands up. Now he's in on a single leg himself. Neil's trying to fucking rally like he always does. Neil's a fucking dirtball too, low key, in the best way. In the best way, Neil's a fucking dirtball in the cage. You could win the whole fight and Neil will get your ass. Here's Neil again, just prying down Jake's neck. See, that's that Darce lock. I'm telling you, it's a Darce lock. Neil's threatening Darce right now on Jake. Will he get it? I don't know, but it looks like he's selling out right now for it. Jake just tapped. Neil got the job done again. Soda Pop is probably pissed as fuck. I know Soda Pop had to have something on Jake. They dap up. I told you, Neil is one of the dirtiest, and I mean, this is the best compliment I can give Neil Magny. He is one of the dirtiest, grimiest, fucking slimiest. This guy, you cannot trust him for a second in the cage. He will be losing the whole fight. He'll get your ass back in over the span of 1 minute. He'll rally and just get your ass back in 1 minute. Is all he needs. After getting his ass beat the whole fight. Like I said, Neil almost got 10-8'd in that last round. But when he starts to smell blood, it's like his favorite meal. It's like his favorite meal, and he hasn't eaten in days. When Neil smells blood, oof. Neil's a true killer when he smells blood. Respect to Neil Magny. Congratulations. Just increasing that win streak. Winningest fighter in welterweight history. Jake Matthews daps him up. You guys remember last year when Joaquin wanted to fight Neil? That was good shit. That would still be a good fight. Joaquin Buckley versus Neil Magny. Damn. Jake Matthews gotta be bummed. That was his fight to lose pretty much, and he lost. You gotta feel for a guy like Jake Matthews. Those were two of the big fights on the evening. Now we got Brad Tavares versus Jack Jenkins. Jack Jenkins is a massive favorite. Holy shit, Magny was plus 1800 for sub. Unbelievable. That would have been crazy, bro. He was getting dominated on the ground. Who would have thought that Magny would submit him based off how you saw that round 2 going? This guy who was debuting knocked out Andre Petrosky. That's crazy. Hey, Soda Pop, what'd you think of Andre Petrosky losing? He's from that gym that you don't like. That's insane. Hey, Neil Magny just Mike Melotted. Jake Matthews. I was happy, of course. Petrosky, I was never anything but nice to him, and he treated me like shit. That's about as much as I could say on public record. I can also say the way he's navigated his UFC career has been abysmal. Soda Pop, you might be onto something, my brother. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to keep that in mind. Just a friendly reminder that it's fuck Derek Moneyberg till it's backwards. The only guy I like from Philly is my boy Wells, of course. You must be talking about Jeremiah Wells. I'm familiar with his work. He does good work. Jeremiah Wells. Oh yeah, I saw that Jeremiah versus Themba's booked. That is, right? Yeah, Themba versus Jeremiah Wells is booked. Jeremiah coming off of 2 losses to Max Griffin and Carlston Harris. Themba Grimbo 4-2 in the UFC. Coming off an Anaconda choke submission loss to Vicente Luque last December. So it's been 11 months since Themba fought. That's crazy he could take 11 months off. Well, he fought a lot in 2024, that's why. 4 fights in 2024. Needed a rest. Oh, Ramon Tavares got that thing too from 101 Dalmatians. What's that lady's name from 101 Dalmatians? Cruella DeVille. He got the Cruella DeVille. You boys want me to show you? I got you. This is the Cruella DeVille. Shout out Ramon Tavares and Charlie Campbell. Cruella DeVille up next. This is what I think every time I see somebody with that half dyed hair. Shout out XXX Tentacion. He had the half dyed hair too. Themba Grimbo, you are out cold, sir. You are out cold. King Wells just slumped you in front of 50 people in the Apex. I'm more of a Lady and the Tramp guy. Lady and the Tramp was good. Lady and the Tramp wasn't bad at all. I only saw the Dalmatian movie once when I was very little. Same here. Same here. This woman actually scared the fuck out of me. Gave me nightmares and shit. Anyway, that's who's fighting next. My recall with this is hilarious. Okay, let's remove it. Bro, ESPN could at least sell some commercials instead of giving us this stupid ass backdrop that we're all looking at right now. Bring up the one from the old movie. I don't think that's her. Alright, let's find her. I think that is her. No, this is her. I got her right here. Damn, Soda Pop, you got a commercial and not me? Here she is. The real. Tavares didn't fight a couple weeks ago. He fought. He didn't get knocked out a couple weeks ago. He fought a while ago. He fought Oh my bad. Here's the real Cruella DeVille for everybody. Good call, Soda Pop. As far as Tavares, no. Tavares is the guy though that had his mom's house shot up last year. His brother also died, I believe, due to gun violence. Yeah, he lost to Davy Grant December of last year as well. On the Buckley Covington card. Bro, time flies. How the fuck did Joaquin and Colby Covington fight a year ago? Bro, take me back to the good days. Bro, take me back to the good days, man. Take me back to the motherfucking good days, man. Third round, doctor stoppage. You guys will put respect on Joaquin's name. I promise you that when it's all said and done. Everybody who had something negative to say off of this loss, you will respect his name when it's all said and done. Take me back to the good days. You had Michael Johnson on this card, Joel Alvarez, Navajo Sterling, Sean Woodson, Davey, Ramon, Adrian Yanez. Good shit. Cub Swanson, co-main to Joaquin's main, which is just hilarious considering their beef last year. More commercials. There's so much more entertainment we could be fed than this bullshit right now. Oh, my bad. I gotta get rid of that window. It's my opinion. I haven't really seen Jack Jenkins fight, but I'm wondering why he's such a big favorite against Ramon Tavares. Fights on. Jack Jenkins versus Ramon Tavares. Clara DeVille, I think her name is. I got Jenkins suffered plus 1,000. Bet 300 today. Down 200. Might be time to give up these crazy underdog picks. Time to switch to football. Perry, who is your NFL team? I like the Saints, bro. I like the Saints. Who you like, JJ? You like the Vegas team? Ramon Presson, Jack Jenkins here. Ooh, nice left hook from Jack Jenkins. Body kick from Jack Jenkins. Jab lands from Tavares. Jack Jenkins loves that left hook. Tavares' body looking a little bit soft in there. Big body kick from Jenkins. Lands right on Tavares' forearm. Teep from Jenkins. Tavares counters with the left hand. Body kick from Jenkins. Tavares, I think, teeps him up the middle, hits the nuts. Ref breaks the action. Okay, fight's back on. Tavares pressing Jack Jenkins. Oh shit, Jenkins just rocked Tavares with a head kick. Then he lands a nasty left hook again. Ooh, he's pressing Tavares. Tavares clinching up. Jenkins landing all kinds of shots during that exchange. Jab from Jenkins lands big. Another head kick from Jenkins hits the forearm of Tavares. Inside leg kick from Jenkins. Head kick from Jenkins. Ooh, big overhand left from Jenkins. Two of them. Three. Jenkins looking crazy crisp. Jenkins locked in right now. Inside leg kick again. He's rocking Tavares. I think he landed an uppercut in this combo. Body kick from Jenkins. Tavares trying to pump out the jab, find something. Ooh. Inside leg kick from Jenkins takes out Tavares' leg. Sweeps it out. Jenkins showing a lot of composure in there. A lot of IQ. Another inside leg kick. Jab from Jenkins. Tavares lands a jab to the body. Tavares trying to find the body here. Having a hard time finding the head. going to the body. Ooh, Jenkins has really good boxing, really good counters. Whenever Tavares does throw and actually commit to something, Jenkins slips right out of the way and counters almost every time on cue. Jenkins ate a jab there. Jenkins throws a leg kick, head kick. Tavares trying to take him down towards the end of the round. I think that was just to kind of like, make it look like he's doing something in the judge's eyes. Definitely round 1 goes to Jack Jenkins. JJ, how did I know, my brother? How did I know? Oakland Raiders, LA Raiders, now hung over Vegas Raiders. Let's go. Commercial break. We're about to get into round 2. Ooh. Round 2 starting. Tavares hasn't taken his foot off the gas pedal once this fight. You got to give it to him. Jenkins fighting a high IQ fight, though. This is Jenkins' fight right here. Fighting off the back foot. Working tons of body kicks, head kicks, leg kicks. Tavares suggests he got hit in the nuts. Referee Mark Goddard doesn't stop it. Body kick again from Jenkins. Tavares lands an overhand left. Jenkins distributing his shot selection. Even. Legs, body, head. Big leg kick from Jenkins. Tavares tries to catch it, goes in on a takedown attempt. Doesn't really get much. He just slams him up against the cage. It's not much that Tavares is even working with here. He's even like... He slams him up against the cage on a takedown attempt, and then he goes high immediately. And now that he's high here, he's not really threatening anything. And I guess Tavares hit Jenkins in the nuts. Goddard saw that one, stops it. Second nut shot from Tavares. Goddard wonder about taking a point. What's Duolingo? Gotta do my Duolingo after this fight. Goddard with a stern warning. Ooh, nasty body shot from Jenkins. Tavares unloaded like a 4-piece combo. They're swinging. Jenkins landed a left hook a moment ago. Nice jab from Tavares. They clinch up. Tavares knees him and separates. Ooh, nice overhand left from Jenkins. Almost switched stance and turned it into like a rear hand. Jenkins firing off leg kicks here. Tavares still pumping out that jab. It's effective. Another leg kick from Jenkins. Tavares tries to counter with the overhand left. These guys are switching stances and firing their lead hand as fucking power shots instead. Oh, I feel you, Soda Pop. I mean, we got so many international fighters, bro. I should start learning a second language too. If I learn Portuguese and Russian, that would take my media game to the next level. Shit, Spanish too? Why not? Jenkins goes for a trip on Tavares. Doesn't really work though. Tavares up against the cage. Jenkins fires in a combo. Goes in on a takedown attempt. Gets it. Tavares bounces back up. Tavares super wiry. Super like gamey. Real scrambly. Jenkins just working on a single leg. Aborts, fires off a knee. Then Tavares responds with a knee. They break off the cage. They exchange double left hooks. Jenkins might have even thrown a triple left hook. Jenkins gets a head kick up there. Tavares blocks it. Then Jenkins hits him with a nice little trip. Nice little Muay Thai trip there. Nice little Muay Thai trip there from Jenkins to end the round. It's I'd say two up Jenkins. Two up Jenkins. Now last fight was just like this and we know what happened, so round 3 starting. Leg kick from Jenkins. Leg kick again from Jenkins. Overhand left from Tavares in on a takedown attempt. Jenkins reverses it, shoots it on his own takedown attempt. Tavares now defending the single leg here, up against the cage. They're still clinched up against the cage here. Jenkins got 2 underhooks here, double unders. Working a trip, and he gets it. Falls right into Tavares' side control, and then he puts himself into Tavares' half guard. Three and a half minutes left in the round. Tavares just punching from his back here. Not really trying to get up, but maybe he's trying to create some space to be able to get up here. Jenkins not doing much, though, in half guard, to be honest with you. Same thing. Jenkins in the half guard. Tavares at least trying to scoot his butt to the cage now so he can get up probably. Tavares finally gets to his knees, stands up, and Jenkins moves to his back here. Got a minute 50 left in the round. Jenkins kicks out Tavares' leg. Puts Tavares back down. Now he's got a choke in. He's got a rear naked choke in. Tavares looks like he's about to tap. He's under the chin. He does not get it, though. He falls off the top, kind of. Rolls off to the side, so to speak. And now Tavares is in Jenkins' guard. Jenkins got closed guard from the bottom here. Tavares, raining down some elbows from the top on Jenkins' chin. Trying to get it back in blood in this last 20 seconds. Let's see. He's going to need to stand up, though, if he wants to get the job done, probably. And rain down some real heavy shots. Tavares likely down 0-2. So, I don't even think he would have won this round with this reversal. Got to get a finish. It's going to be very hard. Channel is inner Neil Magny in 47 seconds. Let's see if he can do it. It's not looking like it, though. Jenkins just got the full closed guard here. Tavares probably can't even stand up out of this at the moment. So Tavares just raining down elbows now. 30 seconds left. Can he get it? He's beaten up. Okay. Jenkins didn't like that. Kicked him off. Now they're back standing on their feet in the center of the octagon. Jenkins pulling him in, seeing if he can land something big. Shout out to Alex Hernandez, right? Alex Hernandez deployed the strategy on Diego Ferreira. Now Jack Jenkins, just raining down shots on Ramon Tavares to end the fight. Tavares slipped on his knee. Then Jenkins just started raining down fucking left hooks. Well, Tavares was in referee's position, if you know high school wrestling and shit, college wrestling. Definitely 3-0. 3-0 for Jack Jenkins. 30-27. Should be easy scorecard. Got them Fruity Pebbles looking good. Northern Lights first year. Indica and that Sour D stinking it up. Harvest soon. You kind of tired. What you got in that bong? LOL. JJ too good. I don't got no Northern Lights. I'm telling you that much right now. Or Sour Diesel. I would love to get me some Northern Lights or some Sour Diesel. Or some Fruity Pebbles. Mine's called Oasis. I be getting the same too, bro, from the clinic. It's like Oasis. There's Mule Fuel. There's like Rainbow Kush. And then there's that's pretty much the three. Rainbow Kush, Mule Fuel, and Oasis. I'll be getting this organic brand, no pesticides and shit. I'm actually gonna try to get this dude I've been picking up ounces from since I was in high school. He trains jujitsu and shit. He's like a black belt. We're homies. But I think it's time I can ask him if he wants to maybe sponsor, and then I can get some free ounces and shit, and I can promote it, get his brand out there. You know what I'm saying? I've been waiting to ask him, but I felt like I had to get my numbers up and shit like that, so. Soon enough, maybe I'll get my first real sponsor, a Kush sponsor. Fuck Rainbet. Fuck that Rainbet shit. I'm gonna get me a weed sponsor for my first one. Jack Jenkins. Was it 3027? I don't have my headphones in. Congrats to Jack Jenkins. Back in the win column. Coming off a rear naked choke loss in February. Apparently he got injured. So, emotional win for him. Jimmy Crute versus Ivan Arslan up next. Damn, he must have hurt his like clavicle or something in his throat. Apparently he couldn't speak potentially after that rear naked choke loss. Bro, Boosie Badass just reacted to Jake Paul posting that video of Tank. Look at Boosie's reaction. Look at Boosie. I was wondering what the fuck he was talking about. Sue them, Tank, and don't let up every AI company and everyone's site that post it. This is fucking sick. This man got kids. That's too funny. That's too funny. How much ounces down there? I might be coming down to pick up a car. Maybe sponsor the show. You can probably find me on FB. Shit, JJ. So ounces out here are the best price I can find for the best quality as well. Keep in mind. Gotta be, I think it's 188 for 28 grams. So you basically get 10 grams for free. How I'm going to find you on FB, JJ? Let me know how I got to find you on FB. Pick up a car. Do you do that shit? Do you like transfer the cars on one of those big ass trucks or something, or what? One of my homies' dads do that. You're kidding me. Oh my gosh. I'm about to show you guys something crazy. Vanderlei Silva just got knocked out cold in this brawl. And when I say cold, I mean cold. Okay. Let's take a look at this brawl right now. I don't have the context of how this whole thing started, but look at Vanderlei Silva laid out cold. So he just, look at this. They're yelling at Vanderlei's corner. Some guy pushes, fight breaks out. Now Vanderlei's corner is fighting this guy's corner. Vanderlei gets into it. Cheap shot over here. Oh my gosh, how did Vanderlei get knocked out? This guy right here, look. Boom, left hook, knocked out. That was a right hook, actually. Vanderlei knocked out cold with the right hook. That's crazy. Did that guy get jumped? It's this guy right here. Follow this guy. Follow this guy. Follow this guy right here. This is the guy who did it. That's the guy who knocked out Vanderlei. Look. Boom. High taper fade right here. Knocked out Vanderlei. This guy tried coming in. Who's this old guy on the ground? Looks like it's an old guy on the ground here. This guy. This guy starts getting his ass beat. He wins. Corner starts going crazy at Vanderlei's corner. These guys come in. Peace, peace. Boom, fight. Now it's war. Now it's war. That's Fabricio Verdum right there. That's Fabricio Verdum right there. Oh my god, Fabrizio is fucking that dude up. Damn, Fabrizio got rocked. Fabrizio Verdum was in that bitch. Bro, check Fabrizio Verdum putting in work. Look at him. Boom. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Bro, Fabrizio would have knocked out that whole fucking team if he didn't let up. Fabrizio tried to get back fucking high taper fade too, but he couldn't. He got shoved out of the way. Then he starts going in right here. Bro, shout out Fabrizio Verdum. Fabrizio tried to hold it down for Vanderlei. That deserves credit. That shit's insane, boys. And still nothing going here. That is insane. Love you, Urslan. No, found good deal on a BMW times BMW X3. I like those X3s. Doesn't my name come up on my YouTube? Let me see. Yeah, JJ, I got you. I'll just look this up on YouTube. You got the same profile picture or what? Or I'll look this up on Facebook. I'll add you if I find you, James. Oh shit. I just revealed your name. Guess it's all good though. Um I got a Perry Punch page on what's it called? Facebook too. Now let me just finish posting this before the main event starts. Damn, it looks like Lamont Roach versus Pitbull Cruz, December 6th. Hey, shout out to Jesus. Alright, JJ, I got you. I got you. Shout out Slightly Stupid, one of my favorite bands growing up. Shout out everyone bearing with me right now while I make this post. But MMA media be so slow, bro. When a post like this comes up, I can't fucking wait. If you find it, few of my posts will show last year's medicine for the people. All right, I'm gonna scope it out, JJ. You piqued my interest. We got Dominick Reyes walking out now. Dominick Reyes walking out now. Main event going on now. By the way, this is probably the least viewed UFC paper or UFC fight night of the year. Main event about to start now. We got the final call out of the evening. Fight starting. Touch gloves to start. Ulberg finding range early. He's kind of leading the. He's pressing a little bit more so far. He opens up with the rear leg kick. Dominick Reyes returns with the rear leg kick. Connects with Ulberg's back leg too. Looks like Ulberg stepped on the foot a little bit. Leg kick from Ulberg. Or sorry, from Reyes. Real patient round one to start. Real patient. Head kick from Reyes. Ulberg dodges right out of the way. Leg kick from Reyes. Another leg kick from Reyes. Ulberg counters with a 1-2. Ulberg lands a leg kick of his own. Reyes looks a little bit bigger than Ulberg. Ulberg just slipping that head kick again. Oh shit. Ulberg pops 2 jabs though. Gets a reaction from Reyes. Leg kick from Ulberg. It looks like Reyes kind of checked that. Landed right on Reyes' knee. Inside knee. Ulberg still pressing. Neither man fully opening up too crazy yet. Feeling each other out. Ulberg lands a nice 2 to the body. Ulberg lands another nice 2 to the body. Oh shit. Ulberg just knocked out Reyes. Ulberg just knocked out Reyes. Round 1 knockout. Ulberg just knocked out Reyes in the first round. Damn. Ulberg just knocked out Reyes in the first round. Ulberg just knocked out Reyes in the first round. That was crazy, boys. That was pretty insane. Ulberg feeling himself after that. Facts, though. You got the light heavyweight title fight coming up next week. You got Khalil versus Prohaska. Also going down next week. Carlos Ulberg just cemented his name. Can Reyes be champion? Not anymore, dude. He just got knocked out cold by Ulberg. Nasty. Left hook, right hand follows. Puts him down. Follows up with a shot on the ground and really puts him out. Shout out Iron Aries. Welcome back, brother. You came for the main event. Let's hear from the Black Jag. I mean Ulberg, my bad. Oh yeah, Ulberg. I mean, he could be in the talks for sure now. Yeah, he could be a champion. I would love to see Ulberg versus Khalil Roundtree. Two great strikers. You know, I would love to see that. Ulberg versus Prohaska. All good, Aries. All good. No need to even explain yourself, brother. Happy you're here. Happy you're here. Hope you had a good time at your girl's family function. Ulberg, I think, fits in great with the top of the light heavyweight division. Even him versus, a Pereira would be interesting. The only one that wouldn't be super interesting would be him versus Magomed, because Magomed's a grappler. Now, not to completely discredit, Ulberg like that. I'm just saying, Ulberg's that traditional kickboxer, right? Not really a grappler. Magomed would be the toughest matchup out of the four guys. Ulberg shows respect to Dominick real quick. Carlos is a cool dude. I respect him. I like him. Quiet dude, humble dude. Fresh new face, exactly. Because Prohaska and Khalil are a rematch. Either way, whoever wins that is they both already lost, title shots within the last 12 months. Let's go. Can't trust Dom's chin at all. That's so true. Dom's chin is toasted. He's a good fighter, but if he gets caught, he's fucked. So Ulberg says he's coming. No Diddy. And showed respect to Dominick Reyes, rightfully so. Said he's an inspiration. I love it. Great dude. Great dude. Fly him out to Vegas. I don't know what you guys want to do with him. You could give him that title shot. You can give him a winner of Pereira versus Roundtree. But honestly, this man's earned it. First round knockout over Reyes. Give this man the next title shot. Not gonna lie, what you think about Navajo Sterling? I think I was saying it earlier, Aries. Navajo just got to work on his punching power because he could not hurt Bellato at all. Bellato is walking through everything he threw, and he's got to work on his gas tank. I think strategically, skill wise in there, he looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. Maybe got to tone up the grappling a little bit, but for the most part, he looks pretty good in my opinion. Just needs to sure up a couple of those holes that I just mentioned. Gas tank and power is what I saw he didn't have. Can't trust Dom's chin at all. You already know, Jew. Thanks for the great commentary, Perry. Have a good rest of weekend. Till next week. Peace. Peace out, my brother. We got a big card next week, JJ. Big card. Pereira Ankalaev, like we've been talking about too. Roundtree versus Prohaska. We got some big fights coming up next week, so I will be seeing you, JJ. Better luck next week with the bets. Finally, something that made sense happened. Out cold. Love you, Ulberg. Yeah, that did make sense, right? If Reyes would have won, it would have been cool too. But Ulberg deserves this shit. He's been fighting. He's been staying quiet. He's arrived now. I'm for a title shot for Ulberg. I'm in support. First round knockout, very impressive. Ray's crying about John Jones fighting shit. That's his claim to fame a little bit. Can't lie to you. This is kind of weird, but since I didn't watch the Jimmy Crute fight and it only lasted like a minute, I'm gonna rewatch it real quick. What do you think, boys? Should I do a post show tonight and touch on all that Moneyberg shit, this spotting thing? I think I should. I think I gotta do a post show tonight. You guys gotta give me like 30 minutes though or something like that. Get a coffee going and shit. Get the vibes up, and then we'll come back. I think we will do another live. I'm rewatching Jimmy Crute versus Urslan though real quick, just for the sake of the post show. Hell yeah, let's go Aries. Let's go. I'm gonna be here. For sure, Soda Pop. I was honestly looking down, I think, though, when it happened. But I was low-key kind of shocked. Damn, Ebo Urslan just leaning over his front leg. Winging shots. Can I, like, 2x speed this? Soda Pop, I know. It wasn't gonna fucking... I knew it wasn't gonna satisfy. Okay, so Crute takes down Urslan here. The way this card was trending, I wasn't like ready for a first round knockout. He did go out cold. On his back. Quinlan Salakad would be fire on this card. Who's Quinlan Salakad? It was a good knockout though. Don't let my Don't let my reaction fool you. That was a good knockout. I'm hyped on it. I'm hyped on it. I feel like I was just looking down at my phone at the wrong time. That's why I was like, But I'm hyped on it. That's some good shit. Respect to Ulberg. Ref said, get your toes out of the cage, and Jimmy's toes are literally still in the cage. Sweeps Ursulon into mount. Ooh, nasty choke. That was nasty. That was a little schoolyard choke. Okay, crew, I see you. I see you. You're talking about Josh Quinlan, Aries? Are you talking about Josh Quinlan? The Asian guy, right? Well, Josh Quinlan got cut from the UFC, apparently. Who are you talking? Oh, Quillen? Holy fuck, dude. Who the fuck is this guy? Quillen Saul killed. Oh my goodness. Shout out to you. Aries knowing this complete nobody. Who knocked out Anshul Jubilee in the first round. Bach Quinlan. Sal Kelad. Yeah, I got you here. I got you. But dude, look at the people he's beat. Yanal Ashmuz. Anshul Jubilee. Like, come on, bro. These are some terrible names. What's your question about this guy? You want him on... Oh, why didn't they put him on this card? Why? Which they put Salikot on the card? I feel like you're saying, why didn't they put Salikot on the card? I don't know. That's a good question. 9-1? All finishes except for 3, but his 3 decisions come by unanimous. That's some good shit. Go look at his last fight. What's wrong with his last fight? Just tell me. His grappling good as fuck. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I'll take a look at this dude. Quillen Sal killed. Bro, that looks like a Russian last name, but it's not. Sal killed. Quillen Salkilled. That's a horrible flowing name. Quillen Salkilled. Ugh. But he looks good. 6 foot, 25 years old, lightweight. He looks good. Underrated. Yeah, I love a guy who's underrated. It works out better for him. That works for him. He should be happy that he's underrated. You don't want the Tommy McMillan fucking build. I'm telling you. This guy's look at Carlos Ulberg. Perfect example. Super underrated. Flying under the radar on a 9-fight win streak. Flying under the radar, super underrated. Ain't nobody sucking him off, right? Ain't nobody sucking Ulberg off, and look where he's at. The fighters with the weird names, yeah, I mean, except for this guy, Ivan Urslan. But a weird name, it can help. With those fucking last names ending in Ov, O-V, or Iev, or Aliev. Those are the ones you got to look out for. All right, boys. Let me go run to the store real quick. I got to run an errand, and then I'll come home, make a coffee, and then we'll do a post show. And then we'll also talk about Moneyberg. We'll talk about Silva. We'll talk about all kinds of shit. All right, boys. Give me a little bit, like 30, 45. I got to run to the store real quick up the street. Tap in real soon. We'll be back in like I said, 45 minutes or so. Peace out, boys. Shout out everybody who watched. Like the stream. Get the numbers up. Peace out, boys. Soda Pop, Aries, JJ, Jew, everybody in the chat.